It wouldn't have been so good, without that scene where they're all lined up and they got all kinds of fucking aliens coming at them and shit. That shit made it epic because, it was that bad, man.
Is there more on that?
Yeah, there's a little bit more. I'll run verse 10 again, bro. Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Hey, that's right.
See?
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
Ain't no days off, man. Ain't no cause Elder Apostle DeHart been going in on this, man. You ain't taking no season off. You have all these camps, man. They'll go out when it's comfortable. They're not going out into the highways and byways until it's perfect weather, that breeze is hitting right. Then they want to go hit the highways and byways, man. And there's guys that try to hide. You doing, 1 or 2 videos a month. The spirit ain't really on you like that, but you still coming around. Like the Lord ain't dealing with that, man.
Lukewarm shit, bro.
We all gotta show the same diligence. You got your other brother toiling and putting in work, trying to feed the sheep, man, and then you got your hands in your pocket and you just trying to play the background and think nobody sees you. But the Lord sees you, man.
Hey, we at war, bro. We at war. You see, when you at war, you expect the man next to you to wield that sword just as good as you can.
Yeah, like on that 300 scene.
I was about to mention that, brother. Shit. What did he tell him? You see, lift up your arm. See, we're a unit. We fight as a unit. You when you're slicing, you raise your other one to defend your brother, man. So that when he's slicing, he's defending, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, bad, brother. If I may say, brother, could you read that 12th verse? Bahasham.
It's a war, man. This is a war. So it says, verse 12, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promise.
It says, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises, man. So who do you follow, man? You follow, the diligent brothers, man. You follow the elders, man. The brothers in the camp. The apostles, man. Look at them. You always listen to them, like, hey, they're up in age, man. And I always look to them through the spirit. I know we all do, right? We always look to the elders, to the apostles, like, man, they're older than us in the age. You really kind of tame to what they're up to, man, because they're that much, invested, man. So we have to follow them who through faith, they want to inherit the promise. You want to inherit them too? Hey, will you follow their example?
I got you. This is the Ecclesiasticus 6 and 36. You already had it too?
Yeah, all right.
All right, this is what's up, brother. That's what's up. And it says, and if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his doors. That's for you, Kasah. It really is, man. If I see a man's doing something proper, hey, shit, bro. Yeah. Let me see what you're doing, bro. You know what I mean? You start inquiring of him, man. And it really is. It should be like that, right? You know what I mean?
If I may, Apostle Paul has said, be followers to me as I am of Yahawashi.
Right. Hey, even if that man may not be as cool as another brother, man, but that brother's giving you what you need, the necessary things that you need, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why the apostles made that video about it ain't about being cool, man. It's about being on fire for Yahawashi.
Real quick, bro.
No, you good, huh? It's 2 Thessalonians 3 and 6. It says, now we command you, brethren, in the name of the Lord Yahawashi Mashiach, that you withdraw yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly, not after the tradition which you received of us. For yourselves know how you ought to follow us. For we behaved ourselves not disorderly among you, neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you. Showing you, man, the example's been set. You see, and we following those examples, and these men have been out there, man. Have been out there night and day laboring. You see, putting in work. So they can't be chargeable to any of us that they've just been sitting back and just relaxing. And you see, these examples have been being made going all the way back to Yahawashi, man. And then to the disciples which became apostles, trickling all the way to Abba Bivens and the apostles that we have today, the elders that we have today, you see, going through the entire structure that's set up, man.
Foundations, what is that? Man layeth foundations and we build upon them. Something to that effect.
Yep, calm, bro. Intimate to other men's labors. You know? And hey, you gotta know who you learn from, man. And we know who we learn from. We feel that these men are truly men of the Lord. And you know, it's based on the example that they set forth, and that they continue to set forth for us brothers to see. You know, man, the diligence, you know, the edification that they put out, man, all through the spirit and the power of Yahawashi, man. It's like, yeah, the spirit's still dealing with these men. They still diligent after all these years. You know, so what are we? Who are we to complain, man? How come we can't put up a video a day? You know, how come we can't take 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes out of our day, man, to put forth these good works? You know, and that all comes down to, like, it's certain things, brothers. Don't think you special, man, because you're going through something, and don't think you the only one, and don't think other brothers around you ain't busy as fuck and they got a lot going on their place, man. But the Lord, you have to prioritize things in your life in order to properly operate in this truth. And you gotta, sometimes you gotta trim, man, because the Lord got it right now where it's so tight where if you don't trim and cut out certain things in your life, man, then you're gonna have to sacrifice time for Yahawashi, man. He'll take the spirit up off you, man. That's how tight Yahawashi got it right now. Because he want to know those that are very serious about doing his will. He want very serious-minded individuals right now. And he's rooting out the rest.
We're the example, man. You see, GMS is the standard the Most High set up to lead the example to Israel, man. You got all these other camps out there got a foot in the world, a foot in the truth. I hear this is what we do, man. You see, like that movie 300 again. Spartans, what is your profession?
I had to, brother.
Hey, you got these different Greek groups out there that, you know, they could throw down. You know, they could pull out the sword, but that's not what they do, man.
Right.
This is what we do. These Bibles are tattered and battered when we come out here, man.
Yeah, God. Hey, let's any brothers got any other precepts?
I got one, but I can pull it out whenever.
Hey, yeah, go ahead and get it, because I'm gonna get that precept.
You want to put yours out first, brother?
It's Rock 38 and verse 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and glorieth in the gourd, and driveth oxen, and is accompanied by their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks?" And that's what they do. I mean, we all work. You hear those guys that work, that's all they do, man. Which really, that's the majority of Jake, man. Wanting to be the perfect slave, sacrificing everything they got, even their bodies, man. Their bodies, their hearing, their eyes, everything, man. To be perfect, to serve their lot in their profession, whatever it is, man. Again, this is our profession. That's what we do in the world. That's our side job, man.
Right.
You see, this is what we do. You see,
Everything else revolves around this.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else should revolve around this truth.
and that's why
Go ahead.
that's why daily examination is proper. That's all I was saying.
That's it.
That's right, bro. That's right.
It's like every move you do in this walk, man, really, it should basically make it so that it allows you to be more profitable with the faith, man. You know, you may not be able to get a certain job because it may linger you from doing the ministry. You know, you may not be able to deal with a certain honey because she's gonna take more of your time away, you know. And then that, like the brother's been saying, this is the times that we're in right now, you know, to trim the lambs, to see what's necessary and what's not necessary, so that your whole body be not thrown in everlasting fire, but that you may enter into the kingdom of heaven, maimed. You know, maybe you may have lost an arm, a leg and shit, but you made it, you know.
Go ahead.
there's a saying in the world, man, you know, because ultimately, you know, when we found this truth, or when the Lord Yahawashi guided us through the Spirit to get this truth, hey, it's like a whole different feeling, man. You found joy in this, man. You know, because you look at the people in the world, and when they go to work, hey, just like us, we don't fucking like it. But when it comes to this truth, it's a whole different thing, man. We literally enjoy doing this, man. You know, whereas some other people are basically pulled by the coattail to do it, man. You know, so I got this. This is Jeremiah chapter 15 and verse 16. It says, "Thy words were found, and I did eat them, and thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of mine heart, for I am called by thy name, O Lord Yahawah, power of hosts," man. Because hey, we literally want to do this, man. You know, not just the fact that we've been called to do it and we have to do it, otherwise we're going to be destroyed. Hey, we want to do this, man. You know, and they have a saying in the world, man, when you love what you do, then you never work a day in your life, man. Hey, well, guess what? We're not working when we're doing this, man. This is a business, man. This is something that the Lord Yahawashi has set up for a certain amount of people that are going to work this and work it in joy, man. You know, and we're doing that. Lord, will we be part of the elect, man? You know, like the brother was saying, man, those things that we do in the world, those are side jobs, man. You know, just so we can, you know, obviously stay afloat within this world. Other than that, we don't give a shit about that shit, man. You know?
Bro. Hey, go ahead with your precept, Bob.
Really, this is perfect what the brother's bringing out. This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Your heart goes into your mind, man. So wherever your treasure is at, that's where your mind is going to be. You know, that's where your mind's going to be at. That's where you're going to be focused on, man. You know?
That's why you can't really be too invested in you know, in the flesh, because Jake can store their treasures upon earth because it's tangible, man. They can touch it, they can see it, they can feel it. You know, everybody else can, you know, see what they got, yeah, you know, and it's a status thing and all this. These are the cares of Jake in the world today, man. They don't see any value in storing treasures in heaven because it's not tangible to them. And that all goes into them not really believing, because they don't really believe that there's gonna be any value for them to cash in on something that they can't see, touch, feel, smell, you know, taste. That's Jake for you, man. But that's all right, you know, because the Lord blinded them to see that there's value in doing works that you're building up riches in heaven, and that you can cash in and the ladder in, man. You know, you have something to say?
Hey, the scary part is that the Lord puts them in that spirit of wanting to chase the bag. Right. That's all they see, man. That's all they think about. And quick riches. You know?
And you got niggas that got this truth doing the same shit. Like, man, that's crazy. Anyway, if you could grab that, the brothers got any other precepts?
Yeah, that's why also the scriptures talk about that every man, you know, with the measure of faith that was given to him, you know, do what he has to do with it, man. You know, and not everybody's gonna be in the same level that, you know, ain't nobody gonna be at the level Apostle Har is and whatnot, you know. But you do with what you have, man. That's what the scriptures talk about. Some is given a 10-fold, 30-fold, 60-fold, you know, because that's how basically this truth is, man. You know what I mean? Just wanted to say that. This is Hebrews 10 and 23. Or I'll start at 22. Yeah. 22, brother, if I may. A little bit right there. So let's say, let's read it. Hebrews 10 and 22. It says, "Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering."
Right. And this is our profession, like the brother mentioned. Go ahead.
"For he is faithful that promised. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and unto good works."
Right. Which is that encouragement, man. Which is, hey, you know, pulling your brother up, man. Keeping them encouraged to continue to stay in the fight. You know, you see your brother kind of lacking in something, man. Pull him to the side, bring it to his attention. You know, brothers ain't putting up videos, man. Check and see what's going on with that brother, man, and get him back on track. You know, we're provoking your brother to good works, man. Keep going.
It says, "Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together."
Right. Make time to link up with the Hakim, man. Don't be trying to steer clear of the brotherhood. It's valuable in spending time around like-minded individuals, man. We out there in the world, vexed around a whole bunch of blind, dark motherfuckers, man. All week long, we at work, man, around all of these fucking demons. So get around righteous men. Get around men that are fighting the same fight as you, that had the same conversation as you and the same cares as you, man. Because you ain't gonna find that out in the world. So, hey, don't forsake the assembling of ourselves together. Go ahead.
Fuck that lone wolf spirit bullshit, man.
Nah.
That's a demon.
Mm-hmm.
It says that not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Right. So much more as you see the day approaching, man. So we gonna pick it up through the spirit, and we gonna continue to continue to fight, man, and so much more. You know, even more now that we see that the day is approaching. We see this devil got his whole beast system set up to where he can, all he got to do is just come out with his digital currency, man, and mandate that chip, and then it's game on. You know, he already had his stress test over the last 2 years when he had the whole world have to take a thing, man, and roll up their sleeve. So he got his test of, hey, these are gonna be the ones that are gonna consent. These are gonna be the ones that's gonna push back. Like, this is how we can ship these all throughout the world, and we can line motherfuckers up so they can go and take it. So he got his example, he got his data. This devil is, he got all the money and time in the world to go back and review the information to know exactly how he want to push this thing when it's time for it to go down. So all of those things in place, man. So now that we know, hey, we got to exhort one another that much more now that we see the day approaching. We know the day is close. All right, so brothers, stay encouraged, man. Brothers, keep pushing. You know, keep fighting that good fight of faith, because we almost out of here, man. So, any brothers got anything? So with that, man, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. We want to go ahead and close it out and say, call halal Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham qadash. And again, double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and peace to the hopeful elect out there. Keep fighting. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.